Hello there, Assassins, and welcome to episode 26 of Rally the Creed Live. We are an Assassin's Creed community podcast focusing on content creators within the community, news coverage, and everything relating to the franchise. I want to give a big, massive thank you to everyone who supported the show again in 2025. We really do appreciate it, and you've allowed us to get to this point where we can be on episode 26. So massively appreciate it. Today, I am joined by a member of the video content creation team from the ones who came before. Welcome back, Calvin.
Hey,
as always, it is great to have you on the show. And before we get into it, a couple of the topics we will be going over today is any recent Assassin's Creed projects we have. I want to talk to you about the foot video from the Assassin's Creed Day that we will be talking about.
Oh no.
Quadruple A Games, the Assassin's Creed 1 remake reaction, Black Flag music uploads, forgotten Assassin's Creed games, and much, much more. So before we get into all of that, how have you been? Did you have a good Christmas and did you have a good New Year?
Yeah, no, all good, man. Just kind of like usual, you know, kind of it goes quick. The hype of Christmas and New Year like builds up, and then the day just goes quick, just like that. Obviously, a few family dilemmas, but I think that's just normal.
Yeah.
For most people to have those on Christmas or New Year's or whatever. But yeah, no, good. How about yourself? Was it good for you?
Time? we had a nice chilled time. It was good seeing
nice.
friends and family and stuff. It was a lot going on.
So you spoiled the family.
Yes, they definitely got spoiled.
Good.
My proudest present that I got for somebody was my partner, and I managed to get her a signed copy of Lord of the Rings script. So that was.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, so that was.
Which Lord of the Rings?
I believe it's Fellowship of the Ring.
Nice.
There's got like all the cast members have signed the front of it. It's got the entire script, and then it's got a couple of bits in the back. So some fun facts that nobody knows about.
Return of the King.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, it's Return of the King. Sorry, she just shouted from upstairs. It's Return of the King.
Good. That's a cool gift, actually, especially if you're a big fan of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
I'm guessing your partner is, so great.
So, our recent Assassin's Creed projects, or projects in general, what we've got going on. So, I've been working a lot behind the scenes for the ones who came before. I've been having a lot of chats with Cole, getting plans and stuff sorted for when he leaves.
You guys have been doing a great job, by the way, with the whole planning, organisation, and keeping things afloat. Which trying to do that with other life stuff. I mean, I credit you guys. Both of you guys are smashing it. I just wanted to put that out there now. Keep up the hard work.
Well, that's good to hear. Actually, we do appreciate that.
Yeah.
I've also been writing scripts for my own YouTube videos. I've got the scripts for the next 6 YouTube videos, but I just don't have time to record them. There's so much that goes into editing and making a video and stuff, and I'm sure you fully understand in your line of work and stuff.
Yeah. It is hard. It is hard. You can have so many ideas. You can voice note and write stuff down. But then having it to do can be a bit of a challenge, especially when other I've spoken about earlier, other stuff comes into the mix and gets in the way, and then you have this project you've had for like months and you've only just finished it, and then that's without even editing it, and then it's like, say, creating content, especially on the social media account, you know, it takes so much effort and time. It's outrageous, man. People don't know what it's like unless they're actually into that. So today
has been crazy. I've been doing my own videos that you've sent us for the ones who came before. They were posted to YouTube. I've been posting videos to our TikTok and to YouTube, and then trying to find time to do my own personal stuff in between there, and make sure that you can see all the family and do all those bits and stuff. And I think it's one of these things that people don't think about. We've talked about it before, but everyone thinks, oh, you're making content. It's easy. It's not, especially when you're doing videos like YouTube and stuff. Like, you've got the script, but then if it's a particular script and it needs a particular footage to go with it. So I did a review for Mirage, but there were certain points that I wanted a particular clip. So then I have to find that clip. I have to go and play the game and do that little bit that gives me that clip for this bit. I'm fitting it all in. It's really difficult. So I have massive amounts of respect for anyone who does this sort of work. And you do content too. I hear that you decided that you're going to start posting daily on your personal account and stuff, which are great videos, by the way. I love the little umbrella for your camera.
Thanks, man. That was the gift for Christmas. Yeah, I've seen so many people online about saying that if you post every day, you keep consistent, it works out in your favor. So I just kind of thought and set myself a challenge to, I'm gonna try and do it, whether it's like photos, videos, or whatever.
Yeah.
And so far, I've just been doing like video stuff. But it's kind of hard when, for your business, you want to try to look professional
Yeah.
and for people to take you seriously, which I'm kind of still learning. I don't want to just be making videos for the sake of making videos. I want to
Yeah.
be making stuff that fits with my brand, a little bit of my goofiness, but to look more professional as well, which I'm still kind of like going up and down trying to figure that out, but I'll get there. But yeah, no, it's hard. Like you said, when you got other stuff that gets in the way, and then you got to do the editing side and the ideas and the script and whatever. It does take up a chunk of your day.
Yeah.
But I try to pre-record stuff, so I have like a couple of videos ahead in advance, and I try to do one every day or two. You know,
Yeah.
just you keep on that flow, because if you start getting behind, that's it.
I do like the fact that TikTok now on your phone, you can schedule videos. That makes content, especially when you've got videos saved in the drafts and what have you, and you've got loads, and you can be like, right, I can just schedule these and I don't have to worry about them, and they're there, they're good to go. I don't know if you
apps though. There's also apps and websites you can do that as well. For a company I work with, we use a thing called HubSpot, and that's a similar thing. You create an account. I can't remember if it's a membership or not, but then you schedule stuff throughout like days or months, and different platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and they can all go up in one go. So yeah, I think that it's all tech and it's all apps and stuff you need to do that stuff, but it is doable. And I think if you got a load of you doing it, and it makes it easier.
Yeah, your videos, I just think they're so funny and they're so high energy as well. I don't know if anyone saw, but Calvin did a video where he was recording a band, I think, and it was like, oh, what the camera sees, or what I see, and then it's like, oh, what the camera sees, and it's just you behind it pulling faces and stuff. It was really, it's really funny.
Like, you're getting in the shots, and when you see a good shot, you're like, oh yeah, like that's gonna be good. Yeah, I just thought it was funny, and I was like, yeah, that works. So yeah, that came off the top of my head as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
the
like
NPC one as well. Yeah, that was just
that NPC one's funny.
I was a bit worried about doing that one. Because obviously NPC, you know, like glitches in the game sometimes makes the games look bad, and I thought most games NPCs that do random stuff anyway. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. Oh well, don't matter.
At this point as well,
I love the
it doesn't
sound
matter.
effect.
Yeah,
I love the sound effect. Just the ding.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Okay, so that's us and our current projects and stuff going on. Our community news. Now, I don't know if you saw, and I sent you the link and stuff for the recent statement made by the game producer for Assassin's Creed, where she said that Mirage was the first quadruple A natively released on iPhone and iPad. And according to her, Assassin's Creed Shadows is the first next gen quadruple title in to launch natively to ISO, released simultaneously with gaming dedicated platforms such as PlayStation, Windows, and Xbox. She's since removed it. Do you think this is how Ubisoft are seeing their games, as quadruple A gaming? Or do you just see it as someone who's really proud of the work that she's done?
I think, you know, when you've created a game, like, it does take a long time. It takes a big team, a massive amount of effort. Why not continue to thrive off it and
Yeah,
to show off it works? It takes a long time, you know, like with video stuff, for example, it takes such a long time to create stuff. And obviously, when it had its first release, there was a few patches they made and did the update later on,
yeah,
and they fixed those mistakes. But it's one of those things that, to a fan base who loves and wants more of that stuff, why not keep using what they've got?
yeah,
You know, it's kind of like when you do reposting, you're just reposting it, but to different platforms and styles. So why not? You know, as long as it's not to the point where it's getting frustrating and people are getting angry with it, then I don't see anything wrong with that. You know,
okay.
what about yourself?
I I'm with Cole on this one. I don't think Ubisoft have ever. I don't think any game company has created a quadruple A game ever. I don't think it's ever possible. Um, I don't know. I think it's a bit mix of the two. I think Ubisoft are trying to claim these games as quadruple A's, but I also think it's someone that's really proud of what she does. So they've put on their, it was on their LinkedIn profile, I think, where she put these quadruple A games, and she got ridiculed for it. But I think if it was any other gaming developer, might have been given a little bit of leeway on this. But because it's Ubisoft, I feel like it's Ubisoft, ha ha ha, jokes, and it's, I don't know. I don't think I think we should definitely step away from this quadruple A gaming. Cole reckons that the next wave of consoles um, will get a quadruple A game, but can graphics? That's a good question. Could graphics get any better, or are we at as far as graphics can take us? Because I don't think games have changed much in the last 10 years, maybe. What about you? How do you think that they could get
Uh,
better?
I'm going to disagree. I think the evolution of games, even since when they started making a really basic one in the 80s, 90s, whatever, like, the quality's evolved massively. And I remember when the PS4 came out, that was a game changer for that era because of the quality. No one has seen anything like that before. And the way the world is, and human technology and the human brain, I think that it's only going to evolve and it's only going to get better and better, you know. And I think it's not just the technology, it's also the creators, the style of this gameplay, the time and effort. For example, Dead Stranding, that people absolutely love the quality and the graphics of that. There was some things that didn't work out well, but then all round the quality
Yeah,
was insane compared to 10 years ago. So I would say it has advanced and it probably will advance, but also depends on the time and effort put into something, a project. Instead of rushing something, taking their time, making sure there's no glitches, the quality
yeah.
is good, story's good, characters good, everything, you got that. As long as you've got that, that's the main thing. So,
Okay.
and you know, like I said, who knows? You know, like, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Ready Player One, and they got
Yeah,
the
that's a
VR
great
sets
movie,
and they
by the
kind of
way.
do that. Yeah, which is again a movie that represents games that the graphics are quite good. Which I know that's a movie,
Yeah.
Who knows? Like I
Who
say,
knows? Yeah.
we can only see when it comes. So it's one of those things. It's more of a time wait, and yeah, who knows?
Who knows? That's moving us on to the next thing. Did you see the new Altair statue that was released by PureArts? So it's from their Prestige line, and it's Altair. It's a half-scale statue. I'm going to go through what it has with it, and I want you to tell me how much you think this statue is, if you haven't seen it already.
Yeah.
Okay, so it comes with a polyresin cast body, realistic silicone skin, a highly detailed replica of Altair based on actual game models, is a handmade game accurate clothing with perfectly sized half-scale details, real metal weapons and clothing accents, individually punched synthetic head and facial hair, real hand-stitched leather boots and accents, a LED light up Apple of Eden. It is licensed by Ubisoft, and there is 500 of them being made.
Oh, that's gonna be expensive.
So now
yeah.
you need to give me a price.
Are we talking British pounds?
We can do pounds and we can do US dollars.
Okay. I'll do pounds. I reckon those kind of statues, you know, monumento things, whatever you could call it. Thing is that no matter what I say, I feel like it's gonna be wrong. I'm always just gonna change my. I reckon it's gonna be between 3 to 6K.
6K.
Yeah, but if they're limited edition, then their investment and
500 made.
Yeah. Between 3 or 6.
Okay, so
but now I feel like I'm highballing now. I feel like I'm overthinking.
I'll tell you a couple of other things, and then you can, if you want to change your.
Okay, go for it. Yeah.
The estimated delivery of this item, if you were to purchase it, is the second quarter of 2027. So that's over a year away.
Jesus.
There is a payment plan available. And it is available worldwide.
Have they even made them?
Well, I mean, if they're making everything individually handmade, with real metal weapons, clothing accents, it's going to take them a while, isn't it? 500.
I reckon between 10 to 15. Okay. It's going to be high, because if it's going to be handmade and it's going to be like real metal and everything, like, it's going to be a lot of time that's gone into it. So, and like you said, it's going to be a collectible. And if it's going to be like 500, that's like nothing. So I reckon I'd say 15.
Before we get into the price, Cole says that he might have to sell a kidney.
You might have to sell 2.
He might.
Sadly, we need 1.
I don't think you can sell 2. Okay, so US dollars is $2,999.
Where was I going? I was going like 10K, 15K.
10K.
I was going the wrong way.
For any of my UK listeners, that is £2,241.82. That 82 pence is critical as well, by the way. $2,000. Yeah. I feel bad about looking at statues that are like 80 to 90 pounds. I don't think I could ever convince Nicola to ever allow me to buy a $2,000 statue that's just going to sit in the office, that I'm not going to be. Nobody can touch it. Nobody can look at it.
That's Altair, man.
Yeah, but
That's the
£2,000.
OG.
That's
He
£2,000.
started this,
Well,
man. He started
he
this.
he could
Yeah.
he could that doll could speak to me every time I walk past it. £2,000. That is a lot of money.
Yeah. A lot of
And
money. I think if you've got money to spend, then yeah, why not? And if you're a collector, makes sense. And I guess when I think about it, 500 is quite a lot
yeah,
of statues. Not as much as people make more, but
yeah.
yeah, that is mental. I was
Um,
expecting a lot more, truth be told.
and that reminded me, I haven't written down on our plan, but Cole sent me something earlier on in the week that was a life-size replica of Connor, full size. It was on eBay.
Statue, like a full
Yeah, it was like
man.
a full-size statue
Oh,
of
really?
Connor. He was like stood in his classical like pose and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah, stance, yeah.
How much do you think that was?
That is gonna be a lot of money. That is actually gonna be a lot of money. If it's gonna be a full size, maybe like 6 foot.
Yeah, so it's
Um,
I think Connor's
you're
6'3".
talking. You must be talking 20k, and that's probably just without on its own. That's probably without shipping or moving, or is it more than that? You're messing with me now, aren't you?
I
Yeah.
All
It's
I'm
got to be
saying is
above.
don't ever play the
Oh,
prices right,
okay.
because that
What's the damage?
so that was
What is the damage?
£4,000.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad. I mean, if you're starting
I
like
think
a
you
shop or something,
so the
I don't
reason
know,
I've
but
mentioned it is because if we look at this, we have a life-size Connor for £4,000, but for half that price you could have a diddy little um Altair with a light up Apple of Eden for £3,000.
I mean, which one's gonna fit in your house better?
Well, I tried to convince
Think
Nicola that
about
I
it.
could have Connor at the wedding, just guarding the door. If we take it out of the wedding fund, he can go.
Imagine just going to, imagine just fitting it in your house somewhere. You're just walking through, you go to the toilet or something, you just see him just there in the corner, just watch.
So, what's it? So you've just said that if we had a Connor in here, that would be scary. So scary that we have a life-size cutout of Cody Rhodes, the wrestler, because my daughter absolutely loves him. So we got it for her birthday, and
Oh,
he
lovely.
stands in her bedroom. And if you walk past her bedroom in a certain light, it looks like someone is staring at you in her bedroom. It is
Really?
creepy. It's
Oh,
very weird. So I couldn't
I can
imagine a
imagine doing that late at
life-size
night.
Connor just staring at you, ready to kill you.
Yeah. Good thing it's not real, huh?
Yeah.
That's not a bad statue. I'd rather, I don't know. Who would you rather though? Would you rather have Connor or Altair? If you had to choose
What a
between one or the other,
life-size
who would it be?
statue. So
Yeah.
life-size.
Or the Altair. Which one would you rather
Oh.
have? And you'd have to worry about money, no nothing. You had the choice. But
I
you can
think
only
I would
choose
have
one.
the Altair.
Okay.
Only because I don't have the space for a six foot
Yeah.
three Connor. Like, it'd be great if I had a bigger office, maybe, but
Yeah. Good question. I do love Connor, man. He's one of the GOAT assassins, man. But yeah, that would be too big, and you got to have a really big house and place to have something like that there.
yeah. And you've got to be a dedicated fan to have. Like, I love Assassin's Creed,
Mm,
but I don't know if I love it enough to have.
too far.
Yeah, there's levels to it, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's levels, then there's that having a
Yeah,
massive statue. Just throw him on the roof. There we go.
just have him on the roof as it like a hood
Yeah.
ornament.
Imagine. Imagine the police we get called out,
Oh
fire
yeah.
ambulance. People just stare. Fuck
Well,
it.
I've got at my front door. There's like a little roof for the front door. He could stand on there, I guess.
See, look, you got some brain waves
We
going
got
there. You
some
got some
space. We
ideas
got some
flowing.
space.
I can imagine Nicola being, Nicola, I've done something.
Yeah. Actually, if he was stood on there, I could have him look in the office window.
Okay, that might be that'd be scary than the Cody Rhodes one.
Yeah, especially if I forget and I just open the blind one day and Connor's just
He's just
there in my
there.
face. Yeah.
But it's like the window comes up to here, so you can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
his head and yeah. Yeah.
So that leads me on to a video that was released earlier on in the week. Did you manage to watch the state of the AC community video?
Yes. By the hidden ones, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think of the video? How do you what are your thoughts on the Assassin's Creed community right now?
I agree with him. I think what he said was true. I think from what I remember, there was an old style of how people viewed it to the new style, and people joined in at different times.
Yeah.
And this negativity, I think people thrive off that, and people gain views and worse stuff. And yeah, so from what he said, I agree. I think there's two mindsets and thoughts to AC and how it's become now. And I think what people preferred the old one just felt so natural. They flew with it, and it just felt right. Depending when you started playing. But I think the way they take it out, they wanted to have that sense of change. I think people have to just respect that kind of change. That it's not the same as it used to be. It's not going to be like it used to be. The format, the style. It's just one of those things, and yeah, I think people hate that because they are scared of letting go of what they used to have, instead of imagine what they could have in the new style of it. And some people who don't even play the games are criticizing it, so it's just kind of hypocritical to say something that you've never done. So yeah, although I love the old ones and they're very dear to my heart, and I think it's not just the gameplay, it's story, it's the chemistry you get with characters. And a big thing he mentioned was about protagonists, and that like you're not having this like strong connection to the player because they haven't given that. They haven't given that. Like with Desmond, you had him through three games, if I'm right, or 4 games.
5.
Was it 4 games? 5. So you built that kind of connection, and then just since then they've never been able to top that. And Origins, they released that lady, what's her name?
Layla.
And which was a good start, but they just kind of didn't take, from what I remember, they didn't take anything with it. So then that left people disappointed and gutted.
Yeah.
And then throughout other ones, you never had a protagonist. You just had a first-person view. They were never named. So it's kind of like there was none of that connection. Like with a storyline, you play a game, you build a connection, and you relate with the character. Whereas we've not had that. You yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I agree with what he said, and start being nicer, I think. Just as people, because there's so much hate, and the last thing we need is that.
So like Cole said, that video now has, I think last I checked, it has 800 comments on it. It has 53,000 views on it. So it's a massive video, and I was talking to Cole about it because I partly agree with what was said. The community is very split down the middle right now, and it's you're in one of two camps, or you're in a multiple of camps, because if you like the old games, you like the old games. If you like the new games, you like the new games. If you like the stealth, if you like the combat, there's all these different subsections in the community, but I don't think it's inherently. So basically what he was saying is that some creators are give controversial takes just for the views. And that's not, as someone who has a controversial view on Assassin's Creed, I don't know if that's necessarily 100% true, because whenever I've said, especially when I started doing AC content, if I ever said a bad word about Black Flag, the amount of hate that I got in my comment section
Yeah.
was unreal. I had people tell me that I didn't know what I was talking about, that I'm an RPG lover, and
Yeah.
I've never smugly gone, well, I know what I'm talking about, but I've played all the games. I know what I like and what I don't like. And like Cole said, everyone likes different things about the franchise. I think the problem arises is when you say something that is against the grain. So if you say, "Oh, I like Shadows," everyone's like, "Well, you're just saying that for clicks." No, I genuinely like it. I think it's a good game. I really enjoyed it. So there's all these different things that lead to this. I don't think it's inherently that he is 100% correct on this. I think he has some truth in what is being said, but we're allowed to like what we like and not like what we don't like. Hey, Memento, how are you?
Yeah. I think we're all entitled to our opinions of things, you know. I think we can say how we feel because at the end of the day, we're all human. We all have a mindsets and attitude
Yeah,
towards things. We like stuff we don't, and that's just normal. And people need to accept that. But there are people who purposely go out and rage bait
yeah,
topics and say stuff to make them look arrogant or horrible, and then that's the concept
yeah,
is toxic. And obviously, online and what you see is all horrible and toxic anyway. But people thrive off negativity, so when they see something go wrong, people like to point it out. It's like,
yeah,
yeah, people could just do that stuff. So when someone sees something they disagree with, they jump on it, and then
yeah.
the algorithm of TikTok or any social media sees that and pushes it out so more people react, and then people see the
The
views of that kind of stuff and think, I love this, I'm gonna do more of
yeah,
it, and then that's when it spirals from.
yeah. It's
So
like
if you're not a fan of black flags, that's okay, that's your opinion.
yeah,
Someone who loves black flags, again, that's okay. It doesn't, at the end of the day, I still think what I think. You maybe can say your
yeah.
opinion and we talk about it, but yeah, people are just
I
spiteful thing.
but I also want to I also want to say that I massively agree with um what he was saying is that the the community changes depending on what platform you're on. So
Mm,
I don't know if you're on YouTube at all or what have you,
yeah.
but since I've only posted a few videos on YouTube, but generally the comments that I get are very encouraging. They're not in any way um, moaning or aggressive or what have you. The same with Twitter. There's none of that either. Everyone is very everyone interacts. They understand that everyone has different opinions and what have you. But TikTok on it in itself is very you have. It's almost like you have to say the rage baity thing because that gets you out there and that gets it pushed and that, like you said, the more people that watch it and the more people that share it, even if they're sharing it to say, "Oh my God, look at this comment that this guy's just said. It's absolutely ridiculous." TikTok doesn't know that that's why you're sending it. TikTok just thinks that you like that video and that's why you're sharing it and that's why you're commenting or what have you. So then it pushes it out to more people and then that gets more aggression and more. And I think it's really difficult that people forget that the good thing about a community as diverse as Assassin's Creed is that we all like different things at any given time. And I think that's the thing that we need to remember is that everyone's opinion is unique and different. And it would be very boring if we all liked and agreed on the same thing.
Yeah, preach that,
That's
man. Preach that.
that's how I feel about it anyway. I I can be very um argumentative and very sarcastic or even rage baity in some of the stuff that I say, especially when it comes to Black Flag. But again, some people put you in that position. They give you grief, so you're like, oh well, I might as well just lean into it a little bit. But it was a great video.
Rage bait.
Yeah, it was a great video. If anyone hasn't seen it, I 100% recommend that you go and see it. It is well. The Hidden One is so good at articulating what he wants to say and get the point across, and he does really well in that video. It is well written. It is well executed. And as Cole said, he was worried before he watched it. I was worried before I watched it as well, because I feel the controversy that sparked that conversation was from an episode that we did. So I'm very happy that myself and the ones who came before wasn't tarnished by that in any way, shape, or form. And I am very happy with the video, and anyone should go and watch it. It's the Hidden
Bring
One.
him on.
Hey,
you should bring him on.
We have spoken about getting the Hidden One on, but he doesn't like live stuff, because he doesn't like the unpredictability of.
Don't do it live. Just do an interview based thing, and then you can clip it if it's okay. If you're watching, I'm on the stream.
It's a conversation that we can have. Maybe Cole can do that before he leaves. But if you haven't seen it, go to the Hidden Ones on YouTube. Go and have a look at his state of the AC community. It's a good video, and everyone should go and watch it. And while we're talking about YouTube, have you seen that Ubisoft Music, the official Ubisoft Music YouTube page, have been adding Black Flag music religiously for the last few days to their channel? Now, they have released a statement saying that it is due to technical issues. Do you think that they are telling the truth, or they are absolutely lying through their teeth?
Of course. They've literally got a remake in them, mate. This is advertising. It's a promotional style. And I don't blame them. Do it. The more it gets talked about, the more it gets spoken about. And, you know, when they call it Resynced, and they've released that, and it's coming out this year, or it's being shown this year at least. So, like, it's marketing. Like Cole just said just now, it's marketing. They're placing little bits of gold around for people to find, like yourself, to speak about. And now we're talking about it. It's going to be a video. That's marketing for them. So yeah, 100%. There's no way there could just be accident.
I think they're lying through their. I think they're lying through their teeth. You have. I don't know. I'm not saying that. That this is a part of it, but we had Rick Bower, who is the official cosplayer for Ubisoft. He started doing Black Flag content again. You've got now the Ubisoft music channel releasing Black Flag music daily. We've got all these little snippets that are coming out, websites being registered, all these different things, and you're like, guys, we all know it's coming. Just give us something. Just say something, anything.
They're hyping it up, though. They're hyping it up. They're pushing the radar because it's been spoke about, but they want to be spoke about more. Like you did with Shadows before it came out. We created a load of content because we wanted to, because it was that trending part. And now because it's been spoken about, and obviously Black Flag either has 2 ratings of people really love it or they really don't like it. They want to boost that. So they're doing these little things to promote it. And then once they're happy, they're just going to be like, here you go, mic drop, bang, release. I can see it. I can see it. We can all see it. We know what's happening,
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
like
okay. That's okay. We got a whole year, and it's going to be shown somewhere this year. So we just have to wait, and then once it comes out, boom, videos on it, bam, 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 marketing, free videos, free content, boom.
so I forgot about this. Cole just said that Matt Ryan accidentally spilled about it. So Matt Ryan is the voice actor for Edward. So there's so much. We only know so much, and also on the back of this, there are a couple of content creators who, in the last 10 or so hours, have posted on their personal social medias stating that they are reducing the amount that they're posting until a Black Flag announcement or a release happens. So we have the hidden one. He posted that he was reducing his content until a release came out. Zephyrus, who is our social media manager, he posted on his private account that he would be reducing his posting until a Black Flag or Prince of Persia remake release. So there's all these little things. These are just two of them, but they're two of the biggest content creators in the space of Assassin's Creed who have both said that they're reducing the content that they're making until this game releases. So someone knows something somewhere. Someone knows something. All I'm saying is, Ubisoft, if you are watching this, let us all know, because I am on tender hooks right now.
We want it.
I went live
Ubisoft,
yesterday, and almost every comment, every like 5-10 minutes was, "When's Black Flag coming out? When's Black Flag coming out?" It happens in every live. When's Black Flag coming out? Like, just tell us something. Just give us something. Anything. That's all I'm saying. But we do have Xbox Direct coming up in like 4 days. So potentially it could be announced at then. Cole has mentioned Ubisoft Forward, which is Ubisoft's own personal showcase. So it could be that. My only worry about the Ubisoft Forward is that's generally done later in the year, I believe. So around June time. Whereas speculation for this Black Flag is March time. So we'll see how it goes. Also, Ubisoft, if you're watching, in March, I am going to make my wedding rings and a sword for my wedding. And I am away for a week. If you are releasing Black Flag in that week that I am away, I swear on God's green earth, I am going to be very, very disappointed.
Release it, please.
Just release it now so I can.
The way to do it.
Yeah, just release it now so I can do the content now, and then when it comes to March, I can just get over it.
Okay, all right. Let's do something. If you could guess a day between now and let's say end of March, what day do you think it will release? The trailer for it. That's if it comes out that day. I'm gonna say the 13th of March.
So the 13th of March, I was actually...
They're gonna drop a trailer out. That's me having a guess. I don't know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below what you guys think. Or if you're listening to a video, what day do you think Assassin's Creed Black Flag
so many days
is gonna drop their trailer? This is like just opinion based. This is very random on you, James. So shoot any date, man.
I reckon it's going to be during the week, isn't it? Surely, I can't see them releasing it at a weekend.
I feel like it's going to be either end of February, March. I don't think it'll be sooner because they want to hype it up. They want to promote it.
Yeah, it's not going to be February. I reckon it's going to be either the 15th or 17th of March. That is my thinking.
Okay. What do you guys think? Let us know. Choose a date, any date.
That is my thinking. That
Can't wait.
So we have we're now on the write-ins and community interactions. This is the one I've been looking forward to the most. So all the other stuff I love talking about, but specifically this is what I got you on this show for, because this is the question I wanted to ask.
Damn.
Whose idea was it to have the foot in your face? Whose foot was it? And Cole, as you're here, why did you sign off on this and say that this was a good idea?
Yeah.
Because we're also going to talk about the reaction to said video.
Oh man, do you know what? I don't even know. I was just here, sitting the idea, and I just kind of wanted. I don't want to make it too extreme. I wanted to get straight to the point. I wanted to make it super weird, and then I looked because I was here with my partner. I was like, "Let me lick your feet. People will love it. They won't expect it." And I thought just like the quick cut off of like, and then just ends like I don't know. I'm twisted. I got something wrong with me. I'm gonna be sectioned next week. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't know. How'd that video even do? I don't even know. But I completely forgot about that as well.
I don't know how you could forget about this. You had your partner's foot in your face, in your mouth.
Not my finest moment, truth be told. But yes, the video's funny, so it worked.
The video is very funny. It is a great video. But just some of the comments were, I feel violated. What the fuck did I just watch?
Really?
Yeah, these were comments. And the video did really well, by the way. It did fantastic. But
got feet in, that's why.
Yeah, nothing screams Assassin's Creed Day than feet in the face.
It's random. I know, it don't make no sense. But it's got nothing to do with Assassin's Creed. Or it's got nothing to do with anything. Yeah. It's just random. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, so here's a random question that's just popped into my head.
Shoot.
Do you think that Ezio would like feet in his face?
Probably. Ezio's a freak.
Yeah.
Especially in his prime. I feel like he would be the type of guy to enjoy and experiment anything. And if he lived in today, he would be doing he'd be doing a madness. He would be.
Just feet in the face. So
I'm so sorry.
For anyone who doesn't know, in this section right now, we will put the video. So Charlie, if you could just put the video here of Calvin sucking his girlfriend's toes, that would be great. Thank you.
No.
Dude, guess what day it is today?
Guess what?
Oh, it's Assassin's Creed Day. Do you know wash your feet?
That was actually not me. That was someone else. It's actually, I don't know. It just made it look funny because it was a guy. He was talking to another guy. He lifts up his leg and has a really feminine leg. So I just thought that was kind of like funny, but I don't know. At the time, it seemed like a good idea, and then when I said it to Cole, he said it was great. But now you talking about it on stream, I feel like a bit of an idiot now.
Apparently, we've had a restriction for some audiences for themes of harassment and bullying.
On the video?
Yeah, we've literally just popped up. That's ridiculous.
Someone's reported that just now. Guarantee it.
Yeah.
Someone's hopped on the stream and reported that. No way. That's so bad. Oh no.
So let's move. Let's move on. In a live of mine yesterday, you haven't seen this, because I sent you the plan, but I've literally added this today. So in my live yesterday, I had someone say that they dislike Origins, which isn't out of the ordinary. That normally happens when I play an Assassin's Creed game. You normally get someone come in and go, "This isn't very good." Blah, 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 blah. The guy said that he hates it for a multitude of reasons. So here are his reasons. I need you to tell me if these are valid reasons or not. And is this the stupidest thing that you've ever heard in your life?
Go on, shoot.
So apparently they like horses and not camels, even though you can have horses in Origins. The armor is stupid, and Origins is too Egyptian.
But it's based there, so
it's in Egypt, and he was like, "It's too Egyptian." I was like, "How can it be too Egyptian?" And then when I pointed out that, like, I was very sarcastic in my response. So, oh my god, I'm so glad that you've told me that an Egyptian Assassin's Creed is too Egyptian. I'm glad you pointed it out. He then told me that I was being cocky in my response. It's like, I'm not being cocky, I'm being sarcastic. And he's like, "Oh, that's the same thing." I've heard some reasons why people don't like Assassin's Creed games, and some of them are ridiculous. I don't like it that you get to play as a woman. I don't like it that you get to play as a black man. All these different things. But that an Assassin's Creed game set in Egypt is too Egyptian has to be up there as the worst reason to dislike an Assassin's Creed game.
I agree. Origins is awful. One of the worst Assassin's Creed games has ever stepped foot on planet Earth. It needs to be erased. It needs to go back to the Gulag or wherever it should go and just stay there. No, I'm just kidding. You know what? That's all right. That's a rage bait clip. You can use that.
Yeah, there you go. We can use that later.
Yeah. I think like we said perfectly. I think the people are entitled to their own opinion. If he doesn't like it, that's okay. You know, it doesn't affect anybody. It's silly. You can have your thoughts to it, and you know, some stuff for him could be what he believes is right. But at the end of the day, you can say as much as you say about black flags, and he might disagree, and that's okay. That's part of it. But yes, from what I've heard, from my opinion, some of that sounds ridiculous, like too Egyptian, which the game is based in Egypt, so it's going to be, isn't it? It's the whole point. But, like I said, we're all entitled to our opinions, so...
I'm glad you mentioned Black Flag, because Nicola said that, can you imagine if the reason I don't like Black Flag is because it's got too many pirates or too much water?
Yeah,
right.
Makes no sense.
It'd be... Oh, I don't like Ezio because he's too Italian.
Yeah, makes no sense because he's Italian.
Yeah. I just thought that was the absolute wild take. And that has to be one of the wildest takes I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, it has to be up there.
Bringing them on a live stream, talk about it. That will give you some ace content.
We don't need to talk about it because people who post comments like that are like part of the reason we spoke about earlier, that the AC community are like, if essentially you could be saying something so outlandish just to get a response, but it is so stupid that I actually think he believes that it's too Egyptian.
Yeah. We're here to grow and develop and have our own opinions, but also enjoy what we play. And if you don't like Origins, that's okay.
No judgment here. No judgment.
Yeah.
I'm not judging for you disliking Origins. I'm not judging you for disliking any Assassin's Creed game. You can dislike whatever game you like, and you can like whatever game you like. But that being said, try to keep the criticism to actual criticism and not just outlandish, stupid stuff. Do you remember that TikTok thing that was like, we listen, but we don't judge?
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely are judging right now. We judge. We judge.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about forgotten Assassin's Creed games. Is there any before we get on to the game that I think of? Is there any forgotten Assassin's Creed games that you can think of?
Is this including DLCs or just games in general?
It can be. We can talk about DLC.
I love the Assassin's Creed Black Flags Adewale, playing
Okay,
as a
yeah,
African assassin from around the time of slavery. I thought it was I thought it was a really cool DLC that I feel like doesn't really get spoke about much. I thought it was quite cool. It kind of opened up a really dark side of that
yeah.
time of era.
Did,
Freedom Cry, that's the one. Thank you. Yeah, I think they could have done more with that. Whether they could have made it their own game or made it even longer, I think it was quite good. And Adewale was quite a big character. I feel like he was
absolute
quite a big
beast.
side
Yeah,
character, like he was in three games, he was in Black Flags, he was in his own DLC, but he was also in Rogue. So
yeah,
I think he played a big part of Assassin's Creed from that like era anyway. That I don't really, not that I've seen, not really seen people talk about that. But when I played it, I love when I remember playing it like ages ago. I really enjoyed it. The new weapons. I know it's kind of very similar to
yeah,
like the AEC Black Flags anyway, but I enjoyed the storyline and I felt like this kind of like connection and like him. I see the struggles he went through and the pain and wanting to do stuff. So yeah, I like that as
yeah.
well. I thought it was really good, and I think they've done a really good job on it personally. Yeah. What about yourself?
So for me, so before we get into mine, Nara said that AC Bloodlines for the DS. Um, I remember it. I don't remember playing it. Um, so yeah, I think that's a good one. For me, it was Assassin's Creed Pirates. If anyone played it, it was for you could get it on your smartphone. And it was a spin-off game for smartphones and tablets. It was developed by Ubisoft Paris and was released in 2013, so 13 years ago. It was released on iOS 11. The game is no longer available to download. It was removed and closed as of 2017. But basically, you were a French pirate. There were story missions. There was loads of side content. It had no modern day story, but it was just quietly removed from the Apple Store due to lack of developer support, breaking capabilities. You can still play it now if you brought it, but to download it, you have to scroll through all of your purchased content and try and find it that way. So you can still play it, but only if you purchased it. And it got me thinking, does Assassin's Creed work on smartphones? And because this game has been removed, we know that Rebellions is being removed. Like it's not getting any more updates. So does Assassin's Creed work on smartphones? And could this be why we haven't seen anything about AC Jade yet? And even if it's real, do you think that they work well on smartphones? Do you want to see more Assassin's Creed games on your phone? Do you play many phone games?
I think the only way they could do that is if they do it right. I think, like you said, if they put a load of time and effort into it, and is comes off with a good storyline and the quality's good, then yeah, I think why not? I think you could sell that, but obviously they're trying to perform console quality. I think that might, and like PC
Yeah.
there, I think that's their main priority. I could be wrong because I don't know the inside information, but I think that's their main priority. So like, I think if they're going to choose between whether to focus on one or the other, I think they'll go more console based because that's where it originally was
Yeah.
from. But I can see why they want to expand because some people may not have consoles. A lot of people have phones, so it makes sense. And like you said about the Switch has advanced so much. You know, you could
Yeah.
play the Switch out and about, but then also you could plug it in your TV and it becomes a console.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it varies on the time, effort, and if it just makes sense and doesn't become a money grabbing thing.
Yeah. So I know that Mirage is on iPhone and it does really well, and it's getting the Valley of Memory DLC. I just don't think that they should do a game that is solely, especially a mainline game, solely on one particular like console or phone or what have you, because it would massively reduce the player interaction with it. We spoke about it last week that when Jade was released on its beta, only about 20 people got a chance to play it before it was removed.
Yeah.
So it seems really weird, and we haven't heard anything about it since. But with the recent investment from Tencent, they're a very mobile orientated company. So potentially this could lead to something. But I don't know. I don't think I want more games on Assassin's Creed on my phone, but I don't think I want a mainline game in my phone. So let me know, guys. Do you think that Assassin's Creed works on a smartphone? Do you want to see more Assassin's Creed games on your phone? We're going to move on to the next question, but then you can just let us know in the comments.
Let us know.
Cole's excited for Jade. I didn't get a chance to play it, so I'm kind of indifferent to it. I don't know if I am excited for it or not. Do you think this is a question? Sorry, from Nar, one of our regulars, from my personal channel and from the ones who came before. And they wanted to know: do you think that Ubisoft should add a variant way in which we kill or incapacitate our targets, something similar to Hitman and Dishonored? So you know how I think in some Hitman games and the Dishonored games, you can knock them out or incapacitate them. You don't necessarily have to kill them, but you remove them from the power circle. Do you think that Ubisoft should go in this direction? Do you think that they should add a variant way in which we complete missions and kill people? And
I think I think it all depends on the creative choice because at the end of the day, you don't really want to be copying other styles. You want to take inspiration, but you don't want to be copying
yeah,
other games because then people will get angry and not like that. So I think it also
yeah,
depends on the journey and where they want to take Assassin's Creed. They can experiment and try it and see if
yeah,
it works, but if it doesn't, then they'll know from the audience's reactions and people's views on it. So I think it varies on the goal, and we know that Ubisoft is evolving the game franchise completely,
yeah.
turning it from a normal just one tap combo to RPG. So anything's possible.
Okay. Um, I I kind of see what Nar was getting at, because did I can't remember if you said that you played Shadows.
Yeah.
But there was a couple of characters that the computer forcibly let you spare. One of them being Nobunaga's wife. I don't like that we were able to spare her, but I do like the idea of being able to kill characters in different ways. But I guess that's what the black box missions are, that you can kind of replay the mission and try out a different tactic and kill them in a different way. Or
Yeah, I feel like you should have the opportunity and chance to kill certain characters. Well, see, if you don't kill certain characters, then it could change the story completely. And obviously, for it to flow well, you have to do certain things and do
yeah,
it in a certain way. But with sides, objectives or characters, you should have the option and style, and you shouldn't need to do it by like a certain way. You should be able to choose your style and let it kind of flow naturally.
yeah,
Whereas you want to stealth them or go in with like loud combat, you should have the choice to do whatever.
yeah. So like Cole said that he thinks that it would be hard to implement because we are reliving real history. Like we're in when you go into the universe, you're reliving that moment in time, so it doesn't change how it happens. So it could break the canon on how main targets are killed. And I kind of agree. I like the idea of being able to do different assassinations and do it in different ways, like make it look like an accident, maybe poison them or have them drop on their head or something. But in doing that, as I'm saying it to you now, when I was originally thinking about it, I was like, this is a great idea. As I'm talking to you now, it's like if you were to drop something on their heads, or you were to Spartan kick them off a bridge or whatever, you would lose that confession corridor moment, where they're like, why did you do this, or whatever it may be, or why did you kill me? So you would kind of lose that thing that makes it special. Nard just said that it would just be adding stuff. So the normal mission would play out how it was intended. But when you go into the black box mission, you could play it any way you wanted to. You could do the kill however it wanted. Like you could do a disguise, or you could.
I feel like that would change. Maybe I even change the game completely. I feel like you'd be going down kind of like the Telltale's The Walking Dead,
Yeah,
where you choose one option or another, and then whatever you choose shows what happens and whatever. So yeah, I feel
yeah,
like that kind of stuff maybe they have to be super careful with, especially if it's big name games like Hex or
yeah.
Shadows, for example. So yeah,
Okay.
good question though.
It was a very good question, and they asked it me yesterday, and I was like, I'm definitely adding that to the list so that we can talk
Yeah.
about it, because it's a great, it is a great question. So Cole mentioned that there was a couple of ways of, like, Dishonored is really clever because it allows you to kill the targets in a smart way. Like one could get the plague that they created and become homeless. Another can be imprisoned for crimes. And then Nar actually said that I think being able to say, like, gaslight someone into indirectly taking out the target is a cool idea. So kind of be like, ah, oh, Calvin, you want to hear what Cole keeps saying about you? It's like talking a load of smack over there about you and all this stuff, and then you go over and you kill him, and that's me. I've got the kill because you've done it for me, sort of thing. And then you'd get pinned on it because you've done the kill, where it was me that manipulated you into doing it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that can make it interesting, but also very confusing and a lot more work for the creators to do.
Yeah.
I like the idea, but maybe like cut the options down to a few
Yeah.
potentially. Who knows? Who
So
knows? If they go in that direction, it could be cool.
So the black box missions are completely separate, so you can replay them in any way, shape, or form. So if it was just for the black box missions, I'd be very happy for. If it was to be canonically in game, maybe not so much.
Yeah.
But moving on to one of our last sections before we end, and it's something we talk about quite a lot, is the pitching of an Assassin's Creed game. Now, this idea this time, I basically just searched up random times in history to come up with an idea. And I've come out with one I think is pretty good. So we're gonna talk about it, and you're gonna let me know what you think, and then we can go from there. And then at the end of it, you can tell me if there's a period of time that you would like to see in an Assassin's Creed game. Nar still wants an Aztec game. I had heard a rumor about an Aztec Assassin's Creed. I don't know how true it is, but so for me, it is the Mali Empire. So at its height, it was one of the richest and most influential empires in the medieval world. It was powered by gold, salt, and long-distance trade rather than constant warfare. The region of Mansa Masu, Musa, sorry, a period of stability and global attention, especially after his famous, the reign of Mansa Musa. The period of stability and global attention, especially after his famous pilgrimage to Mecca, reshaped international economies and perceptions of Africa. There was trade routes that were the backbone of the empire, connected West Africa to North Africa, the Middle East and Europe, caravans often moving from hubs of power with information and conflict. There was faith could be as a social structure. So the Islam exists alongside other traditions, shaping policies, laws, daily life while providing natural space for social stealth and influence. It'd be very quiet, no open war. There would be a hidden assassin conflict. The war plays out behind the scenes rather than out in the open through trade manipulation, economic control, the prevention or suppression of knowledge, and the world that connects beyond the borders. So Mali isn't isolated. Its decisions ripple outwards, affecting Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa, making the setting a globally relevant setting. So it would be around the 14th century. So a time period that we've already established in law already. So this could be something that's going on in the background. What do you think? That was something I just knocked up together, by the way. It was just a quick for the live.
That sounds cool. I think that could be a cool opportunity. I mean, you want something that's not been done before, and I don't think that's been done. So
No.
that sounds good. I think that could be a cool opportunity. You should pitch into them.
Well,
we
write articles and stuff for pitching Assassin's Creed games. We've done a few now. We've done Scotland. I've done 2 on Scotland. So hopefully they see it. If you're out there, look it up. But there's all these different great places that we could do, and so many different time periods that we haven't done yet. So
interesting.
What time period or setting would you like to see in an Assassin's Creed game?
I haven't got a particular idea, and I've got to be honest, I've just searched something up now, and I've seen the Guy Fawkes and the Gunpowder plot are discovered 1605, where the assassination of King James, from Gunpowder plot, Guy Fawkes, explosions. I think they could probably do a really, maybe not a whole game, but they could do a really cool DLC based on that time.
I'm glad you've said that, because actually
Yeah,
I'm currently writing a Guy
yeah,
Fawkes Black Powder plot already.
yeah. It
Um,
just makes sense. Yeah,
yeah, so it's something that we talked about in a few episodes last year. There was like this dark period of Assassin's Creed. We had Hex, then we had a Black Plague pitch that I wrote, that would be set in Marseille. And then there would be this one that would be quite dark, quite dingy. It was a horrible period of time for England. So it could work. And it's something that I'm trying to write now and get really done really well, because there's so many intricate elements to the Gunpowder plot that could actually work really well in Assassin's Creed. It could be.
I feel like Assassin's Creed games should be based in the past. I feel like people, which I don't think is a bad idea, they say about people basing Assassin's Creed games off World War One or World War Two,
Yeah, it's too
which
far
sounds
forward, I think.
good. I think it's too far forward, and people have guns. You just go out to a hidden blade. You know, they go pull out a pistol and just go bam. For people, I think that's too far forward. Whereas back then, he didn't have that kind of.
Yeah,
It's guns to a certain level, but not like they were now or then. So yeah, I think the Guy Fawkes one would be a really cool one. Or maybe even dip into the whole again, like I said about Freedom Cry, back into the slavery and deep more into that, because there's not
yeah,
really many games based on that, and that was a really traumatic time in history,
yeah,
and especially when I can't remember the full thing, but when it got stopped, I think that might be a good game line as well. It could come off with a really good story. Could have really cool. It could be cool.
So
Yeah.
because it's an idea that, because you've brought it up, I will give a sneak peek at what I'm trying to work out and how it would play.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want it to just be, oh, the Templars are King James and the assassins are the conspirators who were about to blow up, about to assassinate him. I wanted it to be a twist on that. So basically, the Templars are King James. There is one particular conspirator who got everybody else together to do the Gunpowder plot. In my story, he is actually a Templar. So
Yeah.
he's got people together who think he's an assassin. So he builds this whole thing that they're trying to dethrone the Templar king and what have you. But in actual fact, it's a Templar plot to weaken the assassin stronghold on England. So he gets people who think that they're fighting for freedom, for the assassins, when in actual fact they're becoming patsies for the Templars, to be like, look, we need to restrict your access to so many different things, because if we don't, these guys are going to try and kill us all. So we need to.
I think it'd be like Assassin's Creed 3. You know how Connor's looking for the person who burned down his village, killed
Yeah,
his mum, and then he blames Charles Lee, and then turns out it was actually Washington, who he's been kind of close allied with. Mixed with a bit of Shay Patrick Cormac from Rogue, how he was an assassin and then had his opinion changed. I think it'd be kind of like those two come together.
Yeah, it's. I think Assassin's Creed games work really well when you think you know the answer, and you're like, yeah, I'm with you, and I'm 100%. Connor, let's go get Charles Lee, and then actually it turns out that the guy that is supposed to be one of the good guys isn't the good guy. He's a morally grey guy, and now we don't know what we need to do. Or Shay, for instance, like you spend the beginning part of the game as the good guy. You're building these relationships, and then all of a sudden you go, actually, we're not good anymore. We're actually causing more harm than we are causing good. So I wanted it to be that little twist of you think you know the answer, and you're going to walk into it and be like, "Yeah, let's get rid of them." Kind of like
you've got to be so careful doing that stuff, though.
Yeah, it's so kind of like
especially.
It's like I don't know if you played Valhalla as well, but Alfred being the one who's like he wants to kill the Templars to rebuild them. He wants to kill everybody in the Ancient of Orders to rebuild into the Templar Order that we know now. But you don't know that until like much later into the game. So you think that he's an ally, when in actual fact he's not. So I wanted that little twist of not everything's, because I think that's the thing with Assassin's Creed. Not everything is what it's supposed to be. Like the massive, the common line that you see in most Assassin's Creeds are nothing is true and everything is permitted. And I think that this whole nothing we see is true is something that we should be looking at more in Assassin's Creed games.
You better start writing then, shouldn't you?
I am writing. It's just with so much to do, it's trying to fit these little things in. But that will be the next one, and that will be. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, man, that is cool. I like that. Who knows? They might even do it. Who knows?
So that is the end of everything we had on the plan. We actually got through that a lot quicker than I thought we would do. There's like 6 pages. So before we finish up, is there anything that you guys want to ask? Is there anything you want to discuss and we can talk about? We've got time.
We just want to say thank you for everybody who follows the page. We all work loads, especially the owners and the people who made this page what it is. You guys are the bomb, and it goes a long way when you guys watch our stuff. It makes us feel good. We appreciate it, and we're going to keep doing what we do, and we're going to keep giving you Assassin's Creed content 24/7, 365. You got it. Thank you.
So Carl wants to know, is there any skits in the making?
There'll be stuff that comes around. Currently it's not being said, but yes, I'm gonna this year push more for it, and I would love to get more people from the ones who came before involved more, because I think videos that when we come together do better. Yeah,
I agree.
But that could be in works, who knows.
We've already done a collaboration video already. I would like to get more people involved in the videos that we make. I've got a question for you. Other than doing the skit, would you be open to doing a more serious videos, as in news announcements or just general content. It doesn't not necessarily as a skit, but as a
no, I think if it comes up and if I can get support on doing it, then I'm happy to do what I can. I love the thought of potentially streaming and doing some videos as well, but that will have to be organized someone else. But I'd love to. That would be cool. I think that'd be ace to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Stream some Assassin's Creed, chat rubbish,
Yeah. And finally, what are your thoughts on feet? That is a question from Cole.
Yeah. No, awful. Don't do it. Don't ever do it. It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. You decided to put that on the internet for everybody to see.
Because I'm mental, James. I'm mental.
I love the fact that before we go, I need to know how you convinced your partner that this was a good idea.
No, I know. I don't know.
That's love for you. That is.
Thought it was funny. I don't know. I said, "Is this a weird idea?" She was like, "Yes," and I was like, "Brilliant, this works. Let's just do it." I thought it was funny. Whatever. Cool.
Oh, there you go. So the last time we spoke, you asked me what love is, right? And what love is to me. So my final question to you is, does having your partner's feet in your face show true love? That she was prepared to go along with you?
Yes.
In
anything.
This weirdness.
If you wake up next to them and you smile and feel good, or if you think about them all the time, or your first thought is, I wonder if my partner would like this, then you know you're in the right direction. Yes, great.
And Cole wants to know, do you know what love is now? Feet in the face is next level. Yes. That's love. Yes. That is love. That is true love. Right. So, everyone, thank you for watching. We are ranked on Google. You can find tons of episodes and clips all on YouTube. You can find the episodes on Spotify, TikTok, all over. One way you can support the show is a rating on Spotify. Get involved in the comments on YouTube. We'll always cover any questions, any comments, anything. That's like what we like to discuss. Thank you to all of our guests that have appeared in 2025 and all of the guests that we are going to have in 2026. It's going to be a fantastic year and it's going to be great fun. You can get in touch with us via the contact page on the Ones Who Came Before's website. It's in the top right-hand side. On the next episode, which is episode 27, it will be hosted by myself and Cole, and we will be joined by a returning guest and friend of the Ones Who Came Before, Hangry Higgs, who now goes by the name of Higgs. We'll be talking about his recent rebranding and all AC news on the 20th of January at 10 p.m. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone listening. Also, the TikTok gifts that everyone has been sending is massively helps with the website costs and supporting us. Before we go, Calvin, where can people find you, and what are your socials?
Ones Who Came Before. That's where you can find me on that. That is the account. Everybody follow. Like James said, this is what we do. This is what we love. And with your support, donations, anything, even just watching the videos means and goes so far. So, like I say, my name's Calvin. I do the content side. Well, sometimes for the Ones Who Came Before. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Oh, brilliant. Great episode, mate.
Cool. Yeah, good. Thank you for having me again. I appreciate it.
Always. I like having you on. It's great to have you on.
Thanks. feet videos, really?
Yeah. Look,
Oh,
Cole actually said,
put myself in that.
he was
Yeah.
like, you need to ask about the feet videos. Like that, whatever you ask, that needs to be on there. I was like, okay, that's fair.
That's gonna be clipped so much that I can see it.
That
put
is
myself
literally
in
going to, that'll be going everywhere. That will.
Great.
Yeah. Just
Right.
not that it's not already out there for people to see anyway, but
Still. Great. Thanks, James.
Right.
Appreciate it, man.
Cheers,
Thanks for
mate.
having me on, Carl. Cheers. See you later, guys.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.
See you all soon.